What's good, guys? My name is Azir and I'm a second year at Union College, and I know moving into college can be a little tough, so I want to make that process easier. With today's video, that's going to be covering the essentials for college, what you do need and what you don't need to bring to school. Before I first moved into college, I watched a ton of these videos, but the problem with a lot of the videos is they didn't hit every single essential. So in today's video, I'm going to try my best to hit every single essential and also make sure that I link each item down into the description box. So whether your dorm is just a room with maybe a sink if you're lucky and then communal bathrooms, or if you have a dorm with a shared bathroom or a private bathroom, then this video will help you out a ton. Also, if you have apartment style living for your first year, honestly, just click off this video. I hate you, thank you. So before I get into the essentials, I just want to warn you guys that likely your dorm will be small. So you're only going to want to pack the things that you'll actually need and use. Like for example, you don't need to bring every single pair of shoes you own if you actually only wear 3 of them. Just bring those 3 because trust me, you're going to want to save as much space as possible. So this also leads me to my next tip, which is you're going to want to wait till you get to your dorm room or know exactly how your dorm room is set up before going ham and like purchasing everything that I talk about inside this video. Like when I was first moving into college, I waited to buy a bunch of storage related things because first I wanted to see if I could just fit all my things in the dorm furniture provided to me, which I was able to, so that saved me like the time and energy of like needing to return a bunch of storage related things. Also, if you get to your college dorm and you forgot to buy something, then the easiest way to get that, which is also my first essential, is an Amazon Prime student membership. If for some reason you don't already have a Prime account, I believe with the student membership, it's around $8 a month. And with that comes a ton of benefits. It's clutch not only for school, but just basically for anything that you need. All right, so next I want to talk about some bathroom essentials, and I have a lot of the essentials listed on my phone over here, so hopefully you guys don't mind. I'm going to be looking down a little bit. But so the first essential is a netted shower caddy, preferably something like this, like the shower caddy that I use. I think even if you have communal bathrooms or a private bathroom, I highly recommend picking one of these up because it just helps keep your toiletries all organized in one spot. And whenever you go to the bathroom, you basically have everything you need right there. So they're just extremely useful. All right, so then the next bathroom essential you're gonna wanna pick up are shower slippers. Something like these would work. I highly recommend getting shower slippers, especially if you have communal bathrooms, just because the communal bathrooms are absolutely disgusting and it's just really, really gross. So I highly recommend picking up shower slippers. Even if you have a private bathroom, those bathrooms have been around for so long and they're not always super clean. So I would still recommend picking up shower slippers in that case too. And then the next essential is also maybe something like a shitty speaker or a waterproof speaker, especially if you have communal bathrooms, just because in the communal showers, there's not a lot of space to really like put a speaker anywhere. So likely your speaker will get water on it and you just don't want to be taking an expensive speaker into the showers. And then the next essential you're going to want to pick up are like 2 to 3 towels, maybe some face towels, just because you don't want to have one towel the entire term and then having to like keep washing that. Instead, it's just better if you like cycle through 2 to 3 towels, and that way you don't have to keep cleaning your towels. And then also for girls, I highly recommend getting a bathrobe, especially if you have communal bathrooms, just because then it'll be easier to move around the hallways with a bathrobe on rather than like a towel. So whether you have a communal bathroom or a private bathroom, these essentials would be extremely useful. But some essentials that are specifically useful if you have a private bathroom are things like a bathroom rug, just to keep the floor clean and also not have to deal with like the coldness of the bathroom floor. And also something like a bathroom organizer or a shower organizer, just because if you have a private bathroom, you're likely going to be sharing it with a roommate. And something like a shower organizer is just going to allow you guys to keep your body washes, your shampoos, your conditioners, whatever else you have, just more organized and less cluttered inside the bathroom. You're also going to want to pick up toilet cleaner, and if your school doesn't already provide one, like my school didn't, toilet scrubber. And if for some reason your school doesn't already provide them, you're also going to want to pick up a shower curtain. All right, so next I want to move into some room essentials, but before I do, I want to offer you guys another college moving in tip, which is try to treat your dorm room and your room at home separately, which means like try to buy new furniture, new decor separate from what you have at home, and try to reuse as few things as possible from your room at home, just because in reality you're going to be spending half your year in your college dorm room and then half your year at home, and whenever you come home you don't want to feel like you're missing a bunch of things just because you left them at school. So I highly recommend trying to treat the 2 rooms separately. First, and probably the most important of the bedroom essentials, are the bedding essentials, and the first bed essential is a 3 to 4 inch mattress topper, something like this. You're definitely going to want to invest as much as you can into a mattress topper, just because likely you're going to be sleeping on this mattress topper for 3 to 4 years, and optimizing your sleep in college is extremely important because likely you're not going to be sleeping that much. Then you're also going to want to pick up at least 2 pairs of twin XL sheets. Also, I forgot to mention that the mattresses inside the dorms are twin XL size, So everything that you're gonna get bed related should be twin XL. I picked up my sheets from Target. I got this one, then I also got this one. And then you're also gonna want like a twin XL comforter or a blanket. I also picked up this from Target. I picked up this one just because I feel like Target does a great job with like college bedding. It's cheap, it's comfortable. I mean, like, there's nothing else you could really ask for. So I highly recommend looking at Target when searching for bedding. And then there's also like a ton of other bed essentials that you could get. For example, something like bed risers. At my school, we're just able to like manually raise our bed, so there was no need for me to get a bed riser. But you're gonna want to be able to raise your bed just because you're gonna want to use the underneath of your bed as storage space. And this will help you save a lot of space inside your room. And then there's also other things like bed skirts or a bunch of other random things that you could pick up. But I just think that these three things are the most important things for your bed. But you could definitely pick up other things if you want. All right, so then for your general room, you're gonna wanna pick up like a bunch of little things. The first thing you're gonna wanna pick up are surge protected extension cords or power strips. One, surge protected just because a lot of schools I feel like have a policy to get only surge protected power strips. And then you're gonna want a power strip just because likely there's not enough outlets inside your room, and the outlets are also in like awkward places. So an extension cord would just help out a ton with like allowing you to plug in your things more easily. And then you're also gonna wanna pick up a desk mat, which like no one talks about, but I think is like extremely useful, especially if your school provides you furniture, because likely the desk that they provide you is pretty ugly. Like my desk is just like a wooden brown desk. And yeah, you want a desk mat that like almost covers your entire desk, just because it just allows you to customize your room a little more and make your space a little more appealing. You're also gonna want a desk lamp just for better lighting, just because the dorm rooms have like really ugly fluorescent lighting and it's just super unappealing. So yeah, you should definitely pick up a desk lamp. Something like this would work. It's what I use at school. And then also, if you have a lot of jewelry slash watches, I recommend picking up like a jewelry case or a watch box and setting it to like the side of your desk, just because then you'll be able to keep things a lot more organized. And then also like in the jewelry case, you can like keep your most important things, your AirPods, your keys, your phone, your wallet, all in one spot. And then you're also gonna wanna have a Brita filter, because even though most dorm buildings have a water filter, having a Brita filter inside your room just allows you to have filtered water available to you whenever you want it. And then you're also gonna need Febreze plugs, just because like you don't want your room to stink, and you just plug them in and you don't have to worry about your room stinking ever again. So yeah, they're dope. You definitely need to pick these up. You also need a collapsible laundry basket, just because when you're walking through the hallways and getting to the laundry room, you don't want to be carrying all your clothes inside your arms. It's much easier to have a laundry basket to put all your clothes in and then walk through the hallways with that. And also, I recommend getting a collapsible laundry basket over like one of like the hard ones, just because like with the collapsible laundry basket, you can save more space, because whenever you're not using the laundry basket, then you can just like set it aside inside your closet and it won't be taking up any space. And then also, if you live inside a hot area, you're definitely gonna wanna pick up a fan. I don't even live inside a hot area. I go to school in Albany, New York, but all dorms on my campus don't have AC for some reason. Don't ask me why. Even if your dorm building does have AC, sometimes the AC can be a little shaky inside the old buildings. So I definitely recommend picking up a fan for those hot days. And then if you love coffee, you're also gonna wanna pick up a coffee maker, just because if you don't really wanna walk to the dining hall every single morning and you just want coffee right when you wake up, then a coffee maker is definitely the way to go. And then you're also gonna wanna pick up a small fridge. Something like this would definitely work. That's what I use. But when picking up a fridge, if you have a roommate, you're definitely gonna wanna talk to your roommate about it before, because trust me, you guys do not need 2 fridges. 1 fridge is enough for you guys. So yeah, definitely work that out with your roommate and decide like how you guys are gonna split that, or who's gonna bring a fridge and who's not. These next few items, you're definitely gonna wanna wait till you get to your dorm room or know exactly how your dorm room's set up before buying them, because your dorm might already come with them. So items like a full-length mirror, a trash can, or storage units, crates, or shoe racks, you definitely wanna wait till you know exactly how your dorm is set up before buying them, because there might be enough storage space already inside your room. But if it doesn't, then I highly recommend getting storage crates that like fit under your bed, so that you're able to save more space that way. And then also, I highly recommend picking up some reusable microwave safe plastic bowls, plates, and utensils, just because you never know when you or your friends are gonna wanna eat inside your room and you just wanna be prepared. I picked up this on Amazon this year, and they're really easy to clean and also really durable. All right, so now moving on to the items that are gonna make your room a place where you actually wanna chill or hang out with your friends is the decoration and social items. So one of the first items in this category is a carpet or a rug. And you definitely wanna pick up a carpet or a rug if you have wooden floors, but even if you have carpeted floors, I would still recommend picking one up. If you have wooden floors and then live inside an area that gets cold during the wintertime, then you're definitely gonna wanna pick up a carpet, because during the winters, the wood floor can get really cold, and the winters are already depressing enough, but when you don't have a carpet and the first thing you feel getting out of bed is a cold, hard wooden floor, it just makes the whole experience a lot more depressing. The next item in this category are some LED strips or some form of lighting, whatever you prefer. I mean, I really like LED strips, clearly, but I know some people just find them tacky. So I would definitely recommend recommend trying to find some alternative lighting from like the fluorescent lighting that the college dorm offers, just because sometimes at night you want softer lighting as you're winding down. And then also for decorating your walls, I mean, there's so many ways to decorate your walls, but one way that I did inside my dorm room is I got posters from this website called Redbubble, and they have pretty high quality posters, and it's like around like $8 to $10 per poster. And then to give the posters like a more expensive look, I bought these frames from Target right here, and it just gave like the boring white walls of like the dorm room a lot more like personality. That's just an idea for like a type of decoration that you could get, but I know that there's so many other things that people do. And then also, depending on what decoration you decide to put on your wall, you're likely going to need some command strips, because you can't put anything inside the dorm walls, so you have to use things like tapes or command strips to hang things up on the wall. Another decoration that a lot of people put inside their rooms, but I don't, but I kind of wish I did get them, are some succulents, just because it makes the room a little more lively. And then also, if you plan on hosting people pretty often inside your room, you're definitely going to need a good speaker. For me personally, at school, I use something like an Amazon Echo Dot, just because they have really good speakers, and then also like there's so many other functions that they perform. So if you can afford one, I would definitely recommend picking one up. All right, so now moving on to one of the most important categories, academics. So another pro tip, before you start buying a bunch of random school supplies, I definitely recommend waiting till syllabus week and seeing what your professor actually wants you to get. But otherwise, you should have some supplies that you're gonna need no matter what. These include a stapler, tape, pencils, maybe a hole punch, highlighters, scissors, and at least one multi-subject notebook. And then you're also obviously going to need a backpack to carry all these supplies, and a reusable water bottle just to stay hydrated. Something like this would be good. I mean, this is huge, just like my hiking water bottle, but like, yeah, definitely something smaller that can like fit on the side of your backpack. That would be nice. And then like another thing I feel like a lot of people forget to mention is you're also going to need a daily planner. I used to have a physical daily planner. Now I just use like the daily planner on my iPad. You're also gonna have to combine that with like Google Calendar. And these two things combined just help you organize your life so that you're staying balanced and that you're doing everything you need to do in college. So also a note on textbooks, please do not buy them in advance. A lot of professors don't even care about their textbook. So I definitely recommend waiting till the professor tells you whether or not you actually need the textbook. And if they say that you need the textbook, then there's two ways that you should be getting your textbook. You should not be buying your textbook for full price. So the first way, if you're cool with having a textbook as a PDF, you need to check out online textbook libraries like LibGen and zlib, where you can basically get PDF versions of textbooks for completely free, literally just by downloading the PDF. A lot of the times the textbooks are on LibGen, and I've saved so much money using these websites, so I definitely recommend checking those out if you're fine with having a PDF version of your textbook. And then if you prefer a physical copy of your textbook, there's so many websites where you can get secondhand textbooks that like don't have any markings in them for 10 times cheaper than like the original cost of the textbook. So I definitely recommend going to those websites rather than like wasting your money on buying a new textbook. All right, so now moving on to the miscellaneous essentials, which I just like couldn't fit in any other category, so I just like threw them in here. The first one is some slippers, not like bathroom slippers, but just like slides, just to like be able to like walk around your building and not have to put on shoes every time you want to go somewhere. Something like a portable charger is extremely useful, especially like when I'm out and about. It's just like so easy to just plug in whatever I need to be charged to my portable charger and then just like put it inside my backpack. Something like this by Anchor, it costs like $10. It's cheap and it's just like extremely useful. And I feel like this next one's pretty obvious, but an umbrella. I mean, a lot of people, they like don't bring an umbrella to school and then they just never buy one, and then they're just like walking around the rain like some savages. Just get an umbrella. Like it's not that big of a deal, just get one. And then you also want something to hold like your student ID, your credit card, and like whatever else you have. You can get like a wristlet, you can get a lanyard. I've always used like a lanyard. But then also I know a lot of people like the phone card holders. It's also like pretty easy whenever you're trying to like scan into a building, because then like your ID is like right on the back of your phone. All right, so now moving on to the final category, that is Boujee Essentials. All right, honestly, I did not expect this video to take this long, so to not make it much longer, I'm gonna go through this next part really quickly. So the first item on this list is a vacuum, something like this. That's what I use for my room. And then the next essential that you should get is an iPad Pro. Now, iPad Pros literally changed the game when it comes to everything learning. So the next item is a printer. And then also, if you can afford it, I highly recommend picking up some high quality noise canceling headphones, especially for the library. All right, so next you should get a microwave. And then also you're gonna wanna get a steamer. The last item you're gonna want to get, if you can afford it, of course, is an air purifier. That about does it. Those are all the college essentials that you're gonna need. This is hopefully the only video that you're gonna have to watch. I think I hopefully hit every single essential. If you guys have any other ideas, make sure to drop them down into the comments. Also, as a reminder, I'm putting every single item down into the description. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys wanna see any more specific college videos, please let me know. Drop it down into the comments. And yeah, peace.